Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and get ready because today we are going to count down the top 4K transfers of all time. This is a comprehensive list of the best 4K movies that I have ever seen. If you want reference quality, it does not get better than this. We are going to look at and rank them all. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so best 4K transfers. This is going to be as objective a list as possible. This is going to be on quality. This is going to be about everything, but like this is going on reference quality. If this is your first time here, I'm a filmmaker. This is what I do. So it's not just a fan's perspective, it's a filmmaker's perspective. These are the best that I have ever seen. And I want to get a couple of ground rules out right now. No digital. Nothing that was shot digitally or predominantly digitally is making this list. All of those should be damn near reference quality. They were shot in excess of 4K digital and above. They never had to be filmed out. They never had to be in a digital or a non-digital space. All of that kind of stuff, those should be pristine. Always. There's no reason for them not to be. So none of those are on here. This is 4K restorations, 4K films that were shot on film, set around. These were analog. They were brought out to digital with all that resolution that was there on beautiful film. These set apart for me because they should, like, 4K digital should look great. It's always been digital. These have had to go through a process, and still they outshine most anything you're going to see digitally. These are absolute demo and reference quality discs. You are not going to find a more comprehensive list anywhere. As a matter of fact, if we get through part of the way through this, if we get halfway through and the video's running too long, I'm going to do it in 2 parts and you'll get one day and one the next day because I have 50. Like I said, this is the most comprehensive list. If you want to start building your collection, this is the place to start with some of the best that you are ever going to find. So let's jump right into it. At number 50, coming in with The Fog, released by Scream Factory Shout Studios. If you guys know anything about the 4K format, if this is coming in all the way down at 50, that should tell you what this looks like, what this list is, and how competitive it is. This is a film that's very dark, very foggy. It's from like 1980, 81, something like that. And when you put it in, it looks flawless. It looks flawless. All that resolution is there. It has to make the list. A lot of Carpenter films, you're going to find out that a lot of films that were shot by very well-known filmmakers, for some reason, they're probably going to look better. And that's because those guys really know what they're doing. Who'd have thunk it, right? But great restoration by Scream Factory. Maybe at the end, we'll see what studio or boutique has the most. But The Fog comes in at number 50. All right, at number 49 on the list is coming from Arrow, and this is Walter Hill's The Warriors. This movie was actually in some pretty bad shape, and so what they did with this is absolutely incredible. I was blown away with how good this looks given everything about it. This is a really underrated movie. It's got multiple cuts on here, a great set, but it has all that, like, you know, late 70s, early 80s like type look to it that just captures so well in a 4K space. And I think, let's see, what year was this? It has that, what I like to call saturated, desaturated look, but then all of this resolution that just looks so good. And of course, Walter Hill is a great filmmaker. Like I said, you've got multiple cuts. This is just an incredible set right here. And I think it had to make the list. I think it's 79. So it's right on that cusp. But The Warriors checking in at number 49. Now, for number 48 on the list, we're going back to Scream Factory again, and this is one that like not everybody is as familiar with. But when you grew up watching this on like VHS, and then you see what was done with the 4K and how the effects still look incredible, that's the great thing about practical effects. You think about Pumpkinhead. Oh, wow. Is this thing a great 4K here? It's another Scream Factory title. Stan Winston's creation in here. Lance Henriksen's the star. But the star of this thing is the effects. And the 4K just makes them so lifelike. It looks like you can reach through and touch them. It is insane. And it's a lower budget film. And so it tells you, though, when people know what they're doing and they're lighting for something, all of that stuff plays into how the 4K is going to come out later. And this is an underrated little gem when you're thinking about 4K restorations and some of the best I've ever seen. Pumpkinhead comes in on the list at number 48. Now, at number 47 on the list, of course, we had to go to Vinegar Syndrome. They made their bones in restoration work, and VSUs are at the top of their line, and Roadhouse is next up on the list. Maybe the greatest B action movie of all time. But what they did here with this 4K, and I grant you, there's a couple places where there's a little scratch and hair, but you have never seen a movie like this look as good as this. It is absolutely incredible with all the care and love that Vinegar Syndrome puts into their restorations. There's a reason that these VSUs are so popular, the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra. Roadhouse is an absolutely great 4K, and maybe not as good as some of the others they've done, but part of that, again, has to do with the condition the stuff is in, but it is still one of the best I've ever seen. And from where it started to where it ended, all of that plays into it. For that reason, Roadhouse comes in at number 47. Now, number 46 on the list is one nobody ever talks about. I never hear anyone talk about this one, and I put it in. It's a studio release. I put it in, and I was like, holy crap. It's a movie that most people have seen. They've seen multiple times, probably. You have never, ever seen it like this. I'm talking about National Lampoon's Vacation. The original here. This is an incredible piece of work right here. This was a Warner Brothers studio release, part of their 100-year celebration. And they almost look 3D. They pop off here so well in so many scenes, the way it was shot. Of course, you had Harold Ramis involved. Chevy Chase, I'm a big fan, but removing all that, the 4K just leaps the 1980s off the screen at you. It is an immaculate 4K. I mean, I could argue it'd be higher. It was hard to rank some of these against each other because they are all among the best I have ever seen. So then you have to start splitting hairs, and you got to split it all the way to 50. One that a lot of people don't talk about, National Lampoon's Vacation, coming in at number 46. Now, the next one on the list is a movie that's one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's this low just because of competition, because I really can't find anything wrong with this 4K. This is the second version of this 4K that has been put out. This one added Dolby Vision to it, which made a difference, and I am talking about The Karate Kid. I hope they do all of the releases with this vintage like VHS cover, go back and add Dolby Vision to them, because as many times as I've seen The Karate Kid, I had never seen it like this. It is one of the best I've ever seen. The landscapes, the beach scene at night, the All Valley tournament, the beautiful filmic film grain in here, hearing my man Marty Cove tell him to sweep the leg and have no mercy. You've never seen it like this. That's something all of these have in common. They're just next level when it comes to that. And The Karate Kid is the same. It checks in at number 45. Now, number 44 on the list is a movie that I had just saw for the first time about a year ago, and I had to get the 4K because the 2B quality was absolutely horrible. And if the 2B quality was down here on one end, the 4K was way at the other end, knocking my socks off with Dead and Buried. This is another very atmospheric movie like The Fog. Now, this one's released by Blue Underground, but this has more fog in it than the movie The Fog does. And it's dark, grimy, gritty, and bleak, and somehow the 4K makes it come to life, and you see all this detail and stuff that is just really shocking, and you have all this great practical effects going on in here. Just a quality 4K. It says from the creators of Alien, the original Alien were behind this movie. Just an impressive 4K. Dead and Buried comes in at number 44 on this list. Now, next up on the list is one that is a very recent release, and this just shows that you don't necessarily have to have Dolby Vision to get here, because this was maybe my favorite Clint Eastwood type Western growing up, and a lot of people talked about the Dirty Harry release when it came out, and rightfully so, but this one may beat it. I am talking about The Outlaw Josie Wales. Oh, man. I could not believe that it was as great as it was because it didn't have that added layer of Dolby Vision. It just shows you when the filmmakers really know what they're doing and they got their pulse on how to light, and you got these sweeping landscapes and all of this stuff, the colors in Westerns. And this is a little bit different type of Western, but man, does this thing come alive in a way I have never seen it before. It's a recent release. I had to add it on this list. I watched it and then I waited because I didn't want recency bias to get me. No, it's that good. You can't really go wrong with any of those 4Ks in the Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry looks great. All that stuff. But Josie Wales, The Outlaw Josie Wales, comes in at number 43. Now, at number 42 on the list was one that was heavily weighted on. You might have seen it over here in the background. This is Second Sight's release of The Hitcher. Oh my goodness. First of all, it's an incredible set, right? But you've never seen Rutger Hauer like you see Rutger Hauer and C. Thomas Howell in this movie. And of course, the infamous scene where people are chained to trucks. We're just going to leave that. But the 4K, you see every little bit of grit and grime and sweat and blood. And it just adds to this realistic, scary grittiness that already exists in this movie. Otherworldly 4K right here, and just an incredible, big, giant box set release. This is still available. I think almost all these are still available. Some of them you have to get a standard version, but this, you got to have this. And it is one of the best that I have seen. So for that reason, The Hitcher comes in at number 42. All right, and number 41 on the list is one that I forget to get. No, I didn't forget to get it. Did I forget to get it? No, I didn't forget to get it. I have two right here. That's what's confusing me. I had two right here coming in tied at 41. I had Synapse release of Trick or Treat, and I wanted to talk about Barb Wire from Turbine. So this is a foreign company, a German company, and Synapse, it's really Red Shirt Pictures with Synapse. This is their first big release. Both of these are incredible. This one really had the spot here, but I felt like this one deserved to be on here. If a lot of people have not seen this because this is not available as a 4K in the United States, though you can readily get it from Turbine. Absolutely nutso 4K right here. So good. Action film, B film with Pamela Anderson. Has no right to look that good. And then this big release, a lot of people were waiting on this, and it is an outstanding 4K. This is like a horror version of Weird Science, and at least that's the way I think of it. And there is a scene where the main character is brought to life, so to speak, like the Lisa. Basically, I call it the Lisa creation scene from Weird Science. that happens in here with Sammy Kerr being brought back to life. And that scene with the colors, the blue lightning, all of it. If you saw nothing else to know how good this 4K is, watch that scene. Both of these deserve to be mentioned, but absolutely incredible 4Ks. They have to be they're among the best. All these are amongst the best I've ever seen. I'm going to run out of adjectives because you're talking about the best of all time. All right, coming in at number 40 on the list is Ghostbusters. Now, this is the 2-pack with both of them, but I am specifically talking about the original Ghostbusters here. Not that the Ghostbusters 2 doesn't look good. It just, not to me, it doesn't have the step up level that the original has. And I know they had some trouble with the elements. So what they were able to do with this, and nobody has seen this movie more times than me. Man, I am a massive Ghostbusters fan. Top 5 or 10 movies for me of all time. And I have never seen it look like this. It gives so much life to this movie, and that's a recurring theme here. It's like watching them for the first time again. Ghostbusters has to be on this list. Now, when you talk about recency bias, I had to be real careful with this one. I watched it a couple of times, spread out since I got it, but it earns a place here. And I'm talking about A Knight's Tale. This is a great 4K right here, and you have to get this if you haven't. It's hard. There's places out there that you can still get it, Orbit DVD, stuff like that. At the time of the recording, it's sold out on Amazon. Maybe it's back, keeps blinking in and out. The color is actually right for the first time. It's the medieval type setting, so you have all these beautiful knights and castle type backgrounds and horses and colors, and it just looks like you have been transported into a fairy tale. It looks that good. There's so much warmth to it now that wasn't there before. You absolutely have to have this movie on the list. A Knight's Tale. I know it's a new one out there. It's still amongst the best I've ever seen. It comes in at number 39. Now, here's where I messed up because I wrote 2 in at that last spot, or a couple spots ago. It was supposed to be Barb Wire first, and then Trick or Treat coming in at number 38. So Trick or Treat is actually number 38 on this list. This is what happens when you're fighting with yourself and you're moving rankings and stuff like that. I ended up writing it down twice. So Trick or Treat is supposed to be here at number 38, and definitely deserves maybe to be a notch higher up there than I had it initially. So it is there at number 38, which takes us to number 37. And I think this is Criterion's only appearance on this list with Risky Business. The Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay, 80s raunchy comedy classic. It's one of the best I've seen. I've gone on and on about this 4K since I first got it. I knew right away. Some of these you just know right away that they are that good. This one is that good. I've talked about the scene where he and Rebecca De Mornay are about to have sex and all this. She looks like an angel put in there digitally. The 4K is so crystal clear, but it still retains that filmic look. The best that I've seen from Criterion right here. The best I've seen. Now, keep in mind, I have not seen everything. So if there is something on this list that you expect to be here and you don't see it, whether I have to do this in 2 parts or I get it all in this 1 part, just keep in mind, nobody can see everything, and no digitally shot movies are being included. That means no animated either. Those should all look good. They never existed in a film space. So Risky Business comes in at number 37. That takes us to number 36 and back over to Arrow for An American Werewolf in London. Oh, man. One of the greatest werewolf transformation of all time, maybe. Oscar-winning makeup here, and the 4K does it justice. It just absolutely does. And the packaging, all that stuff, absolutely great with it. Iconic werewolf movie. Not my favorite werewolf movie of all time, though. It is a lot of people's. But that iconic transformation scene, the 4K, you see individual like hair pores sprouting. You see the sweat beads, the wetness, all this kind of stuff that you have never seen before. And then there's so much detail regained in the darkness. American Werewolf in London, no brainer, had to be on this list. It tells you how tough this list is that it's checking in down at number 36. All right, coming in at number 35, hey, we might as well stay with Arrow Video here and go with Demolition Man. Now, I really was surprised at how good this was. And when I first got this movie, I did not have an OLED yet, and I thought it looked good. And then I watched it on an OLED when I got it, and I was like, holy crap. That makes such a difference. It made me the biggest believer in OLEDs because the difference between the two. And I think it is just one of the best, and I'm a big Stallone fan. It's a great movie, so much fun, and to see it get this big box treatment and then to have a 4K that is that level, absolutely a must-own. Demolition Man comes in at number 35. Now, at number 34, we're going back over to Scream Factory for one that I feel like I'm the only one out here banging the drum on ever. I think this is an incredible movie, and the 4K is absolute reference quality. I am talking The Stepfather with Terry O'Quinn. Now, if you follow me, this probably won't surprise you because I've been telling you how good this 4K is for so long. A lot of it takes place during the fall, suburbia. You've got all of these leaves blowing, and it's just to have something that is like as clear as digital and sharp and but has that filmic roll off and grain that's so tight and so pleasing to the eye, more of the way we see. This has all of that in here, and then you factor in what a good movie it is. I just fall over myself all the time when I think about this one. And The Stepfather, super high recommend of an underrated movie. It comes in at number 34. Now, at number 33 on this list, we are getting our first Lionsgate release here with Kickboxer. And first of all, that is a super cool lenticular cover and an awesome steelbook here. But besides that, this 4K, you talk, I'm an 80s kid, all the 80s action movies, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, obviously, but then Van Damme and stuff too. This movie's never looked like this. It's never looked like this. And honestly, I was going to put Bloodsport in here too. Bloodsport is a Turbine release right now, a 4K release from Turbine overseas. But since I already did one of those and they might be harder for you guys to get, I think these are about of equal quality. I think Kickboxer is a hair above Bloodsport, but you cannot go wrong with either one. But this one gets the nod here. Absolutely great 4K. Comes in at number 33. Now at number 32, I don't have the big mega box set of this. I have the scaled down box set, but if you can get either one, you must own Second Sight's Dawn of the Dead. Holy crap, does this thing look good. I always get nervous opening it out of here because the digibook. But man, talk about sequels that are better than the original. We could probably talk about this one. My favorite quote, when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth, from these movies. Absolutely awesome. For a fan, the 4K doesn't get better than this. For a movie nerd that's looking at quality, reference quality. Dawn of the Dead, you cannot ask for this movie to be better. It cannot be done. You will not convince me it can be done in the 4K format any better. Dawn of the Dead comes in at number 32. Now, back over to Vinegar Syndrome for another VSU. One of the best that they have done is Showgirls. Now, this thing is, I'm a Paul Verhoeven fan. I unironically like this movie. I actually think it was designed to be over the top and campy the way it is, and then people tried to take it seriously. But the whole Vegas of it all, the lights at night, all of that stuff, the beautiful Showgirls costumes, all of that stuff lends itself to looking incredible on a 4K, to look just absolutely incredible. This looks incredible. And It is one of the best they have done. I can't recommend it more. At the time of this recording, the site is closed down for a month for Partners Month, but when it opens back up, they have re-released this on 4K with another slipcover. Run, do not walk to get this 4K. It is reference quality. It's one of the best you're ever going to see. It's one of the best that I have seen. You should add it to your collection. Verhoeven, baby, comes in at number 31. Now, at number 30 on the list is... All right, I forgot to grab one there. At number 30 on the list is Reservoir Dogs. This is not my favorite Tarantino movie. My favorite Tarantino movie is not on this list, though I think it's a good 4K. It's newer, so the level, it was shot on film, but the level up for Once Upon a Time is not the same as it is for Reservoir Dogs, which was shot lower quality or lower, more gritty. It just looks lifelike. It looks like you're hanging out there with them. I don't really know what else to say. It's a great job here. I think this is, it's released by Lionsgate. It's an incredible 4K. There's not really a whole lot more to say. It just looks so realistic. It's not my favorite movie. Actually, it's towards the lower end. I know it kills y'all, but it's towards the lower end for me. There is no questioning the 4K on Reservoir Dogs. It comes in at number 30. Now, at number 29 on the list is Friday the 13th, Part 1. This is a Paramount release. Paramount does some sneaky good 4K restorations. This is one of them. Friday the 13th, just a ridiculously great 4K here. I mean, it is... The Scream Factory Blu-rays were good. This is like if your TV were like 100-inch, you'd feel like you were sitting out there with them. I mean, it's that good. Great steelbook here with the original art. You can get a standard with the same 4K. Has to be on this list. Friday the 13th, Part 1, checking in at number 29 on the list. Now, at number 28 on the list, we're going back to Screen Factory again for another one that a lot of people are sleeping on. Roger Corman produced classic Humanoids from the Deep. I've been pounding the drum on this one since it came out. There has no reason, no business looking this good. The creature effects, the nighttime when they're out at the fair, all of this stuff, it doesn't expose flaws. It just makes you experience it in a whole other way. And you actually see the detail in the makeup that was lost. And this is just one of the best I've ever seen. And I'm not really sure why it's not catching more of a foothold, because it's incredible, y'all. This is still available with a slipcover at the time of this recording. Get this. It comes with a Blu-ray. It's got the uncut. It's got 2 versions on 4K. Outstanding 4K. If you want one Roger Corman produced movie, grab this one. And Humanoids from the Deep comes in at number 28. Now, at number 27 on the list, I am going with one representative from this franchise, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. They're all equally as good. There's just something about this one. Granted, if you follow me, you know this is my favorite. But they have more different landscapes and settings and stuff like that just action set pieces that just look so incredible in 4K. And I don't know. The scene where they're out on the beach and Sean Connery makes all the birds fly and crashes the plane. It looks... I don't know. It looks like you're out there with them on a beach. They're that good. But again, the filmmakers, I mean, you had Steven Spielberg like working on the camera on this a lot with George Lucas with him. So they were in every part of this. It shows all of these are incredible. All the original 3 great transfers. I picked this one to represent them as the best. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade comes in at number 27. Now at number 26, we are headed back to Scream Factory, and I know a lot of you have probably been waiting on this. I'm talking Creepshow. Now, a lot of you would make an argument that this should be higher. You're in high cotton from here on out. I mean, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is like number 2 or number 3 all-time favorite movies for me, and in the 4K is one of the best I've ever seen, and it still came in at number 27, so we're amongst that high. I feel the same way about Creepshow, but the fact is, you are splitting tenths, fractions of hairs at this point. So, Creepshow, you have never seen the 80s lightning and the effects look so good. They are alive. It has to be on this list. I mean, there is magic here, the way this thing looks. Creepshow comes in at number 26. Now, at number 25 on this list, I am going to a Paramount Presents 4K of Chinatown. Now, not my favorite movie. Great performances in this movie. There is no doubt about the 4K quality being absolutely referenced in this thing. It's one of the best I've ever seen. It's like looking through an extremely clean glass windshield at everything that's happening and hearing it all around you. It's there. It is that good. Now, whether you like the movie or not, whether you find the movie a little slow, I mean, I know it's an all-time great. To me, it's a little slow. I'm proud to have it. I will definitely watch it again. Not my favorite of all, but the 4K quality is absolutely next level in Chinatown. So it comes in at the halfway point on this list at number 25. And since this video has gone on already for about 30 minutes or so, what we are going to do, I know this is going to kill you. I am going to do part 2 in a separate video. When you see this, it should be on a Saturday, and on Sunday, you should get part 2, which will be numbers 24 through 21 on here. So make sure you come back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, and check out the rest as we count it down to number 1. I don't want to hold you guys up all day. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. You don't want to miss content like this. I do all kinds of lists, reviews, rankings, 4K reviews, physical media news, all of that stuff from a fan and filmmaker's perspective. I put a lot of thought, research, love, and passion into all this. I don't just go over and pick movies off of there. I study them. I want to give you all the best information. I stand behind anything that I say on here because it comes from the best of my knowledge and ability to give to you. If that sounds like something you want to support, you can join my channel right here on YouTube, become a channel member, or I'd push you over to Patreon because over there we can do all this same kind of stuff and more because we don't have to worry about copyrights and we don't have to worry about being censored over there at all. It's all uncensored version. But no matter what, you're going to get your name and lights here on every single video, behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, special members only videos, and so much more. And y'all, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out Volume 2, Part 2, as we count down the top 25 4Ks of all time. That video is coming at you next, and I'll see you then. Until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Real soon. Bye-bye.
I know.